Happy Christmas, Jesus is born. I'm going to share my sermon for the day. It's on Luke 2, 1-20. Feel free to pause the video and have a read, then come back. In the gospel reading today, we're shown that Caesar, the emperor of Rome, is king of the world. Caesar is king of the world, and he decides that every one of his subjects should be registered. He needs to know who they all are. And he decides that everyone in the world has to return to their ancestral homeland to be registered. Can you imagine the arrogance that would be required to decree this? Caesar just has to know everything about all of his subjects. The irony of this is that it sends Joseph and his adopted family back to Joseph's ancestral homeland of Bethlehem, the homeland of King David. And Joseph is a descendant of King David. This mysterious, unexpected baby has been adopted into the royal family and basically born on the ancestral homeland of King David. He's adopted into the royal family, but his birth is humble. He sleeps in a food trough, and his first visitors are sheep herders who were sleeping in the fields with their stock. But there's more to the shepherds than just showing us Jesus' simple origins. The shepherds lived out in the fields with the sheep. It was cold and dark and dangerous and scary. There was danger of bandits or predatory animals attacking the shepherds and stealing the sheep. And they were not respected for their work, hard as it was. People said bad things about sheep farmers abusing the sheep or stealing the sheep and then blaming wolves or bandits. And if they did look after the sheep diligently and sincerely, putting themselves in discomfort and danger, the bad reputation of the profession still stuck with them. In the Jewish scripture, which the Christians have often called the Old Testament, shepherds are used in that literature to symbolize leaders, especially kings. And many kings would have no regard for their subjects, just seeing them as dumb sheeple, ordering them to cross the continents and the seas to the pastures where they came from to be registered, so that he knows what stock he has in his pens. But a good shepherd, a good king, would serve the sheep, would serve the subjects, would devote his life to them. So when the ultimate good shepherd is born in the city of David, who was also a shepherd in both senses, but not always a good one. He was popular, but he abused the sheep. We know that there are stories of him abusing the sheep. When the ultimate shepherd is born, the first people to be told are his colleagues, his fellow shepherds, people who are also responsible for caring for the sheep. They need to know that the shepherd who will lay down his life for all humanity has arrived. The shepherds are also a model for us, the followers of Jesus. We might feel afraid, cold, exposed, discouraged, but the angel of God tells us don't be afraid. Even though the situation is frightening, there's still good work to be done shepherding, caring for the people around us wherever we're placed. Jesus calls us to follow him and care for the sheep of the world, to love our neighbour as we love ourselves, even to find ways to love our enemies. We might find ourselves keeping for sheep or goats or dinosaurs. We're to focus on this task of sharing God's love with others and not be overwhelmed and distracted by fear. Time for a Christmas carol. Oh, you fascists bound to lose. Oh, you fascists bound to lose. Oh, you fascists bound to lose. You're bound to lose. You fascists bound to lose.